What's up, everyone? Welcome once again to the channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles, and today I'm so excited because we are talking about Miss Universe 2025, and finally we get to talk about the delegates, as in like we're gonna talk about the looks, their beauty, their presence on stage, and all of the things that we should be talking about when it comes to pageants instead of drama. Anyways, I'm sure that you guys saw that yesterday we had the Universe ceremony where all of our delegates got to present themselves, do the traditional introductions, and then do a little bit of a walk for us. All of them came out with incredible looks. And to be quite honest, I am not disappointed by anyone. Every single one of the delegates brought their A game yesterday. So my pageant fan heart is just over the moon. However, we have to break it down and we have to pick up the best of the best. So for today, I have selected my top 30 favorite looks of the night. I know, as I said, everyone looked great, but I had to break it down, okay? So I'm only gonna highlight those girls who really managed to leave a long-lasting impression and who were able to kind of exceed the just looking beautiful prototype. If you enjoyed this video and find value in it, do not forget to drop a like, subscribe, of course, so that you are joining our family and you stay tuned for more upcoming uploads, as well as please be part of the conversation in the comment section down below. Let's get right into it. By the way, these are in alphabetical order. Since there are so many girls, I just really wrote down my list based on their order of coming out on stage. So that will give you an idea of the order that I'm going to proceed. If your delegate is not on the list, better luck next time. All right, the first delegate that I wanted to highlight is Miss Universe Angola. Honestly, I've talked about her in other videos and I talked about her on my Facebook page as well, but I thought that this is the first time that I've seen her within the competition where I thought, oh my God, this girl is just gorgeous. I love the dress, I love the hairstyle, I love the makeup, I love the confidence and the presence on stage. So all of those things were just a little bit of a bonus for me, but I'm very happy to see a queen that we have been talking about, on and off on social media for so long, finally make it on stage and be able to hold her own shine. Up next, I want to talk about Miss Universe Argentina, who has also been one of those dark horses in the competition in terms of like Argentina not really having so much of a sash factor. But this girl, honestly, I just think that she embodies the type of beauty, the prototype of what Miss Universe might be looking for. We heard a couple of comments coming from Nawat saying that he wanted to bring back a little bit of the Trump era prototype in production. And I think that her look for this particular night was precisely that. She looked like a Trump queen from those, these days. And, I think that it is time for Argentina. They have been very consistent for a couple of years, and this girl is by far the strongest they've sent. Bangladesh is another delegate that I really wanted to highlight for quite some time, and to be honest, she had one of my favorite arrival looks at Miss Universe. However, because of all of the drama and all of the different distractions, I feel like I haven't really been able to talk about her ever since. But today, since we are putting the spotlight on the girls and just focusing on this, on their beauty, I really wanted to highlight that I think that she's always bringing the A game when it comes to the fashion. I think that the looks are always creative. She is very polished. She comes across as very regal, very elegant. So I'm very happy to see, once again, a non-sash factor country such as Bangladesh doing so well at Miss Universe amidst like so many different fan favorites. I talked about Cambodia in other videos, but today I also want to give her props because I thought that she brought one of the most colorful and creative looks of the night. But I also think that first, she looks incredible in her makeup, her hairstyle, and I'm so happy to see that Fiata seems to be in such good energies, It's important to highlight the fact that this girl has gone through so much to make it to this point. And to be quite honest, I thought that she was going to be one of the girls who will have a hard time adjusting given the circumstances, but there's been so much drama that honestly nobody's even talking about her drama. And quite frankly, I prefer it that way because I like this girl. I think that she has a lot to offer and I'm happy to see her delivering on stage. As a proud Canadian, I am also very happy to see my girl Jamie doing so well at Miss Universe because it's rough for Canada sometimes. We don't have as much of a pageant community, not so much support. It's hard to get with the designers and the training and all of those things. And Jamie is the living proof that when you really want to do it and you put the work and the sacrifice and the effort, you can do it. She looks extremely beautiful in this dress. I mean, it's so flattering. It just highlights everything that, in the right places. I love the hairstyle, the makeup, and I love this cape train situation that she's carrying. Just perfect, so regal, so elegant. Chile is another queen who makes me feel like I am right back in the Trump era. Look at her type of beauty, the eyes, the dress, the hair, the styling, everything here screams Trump era. We talked about her presence on social media and the amount of support that she has been getting from her people back home in Chile. And honestly, I think that automatically makes her one of the most interesting delegates to talk about in this edition, as I think that she is the prototype that they're looking for. So only time will tell, but please keep your eyes on her. One of the biggest surprises of the night for me personally was Miss Universe China. I cannot really recall when was the last time that I really paid so much attention to a delegate coming from China. Usually they're a little bit more on the demure, reserved side. They don't give us as much of a performance on stage as some of these other countries, in the Asian countries or Latin countries do. But Miss Universe China, wow, she was the moment. This dress was perfect for her. The hairstyle was incredible. She showcased so much charisma. I'm excited to follow her in the upcoming days because this was just remarkable. Let us continue now with Miss Universe Colombia, who I actually had as one of my dark horses in my most recent video. And a lot of you were giving me a hard time because of that. You were saying that she's not a dark horse, she's a front runner. And I was just trying to be, like supportive and stuff. Let me tell you, I really see it for her now. Her type of beauty really stands very, very well next to all of the other girls. She seems to be very comfortable in her skin, the way that she presents herself. She is also bringing the fashion. Fairly enjoyed this look that she presented during this ceremony. So I'm excited to see more of her in the upcoming days as well. One of the biggest surprises, most pleasing surprises of Miss Universe so far for me has been Miss Universe Costa Rica. I think that everything from head to toe, from hairstyle, makeup, styling, she has mastered the art of what Miss Universe is looking for. Again, Costa Rica is not one of those Sash Factor countries that have so much support, but I think that she is, that girl. She has the it factor that Miss Universe is looking for. Keep your eyes on this dark horse because I'm pretty sure that she will go far in the competition. Just look at her go on stage, her aura, her presence, the way that she handles herself, and the impeccable styling. Honestly, she could even go home with a crown. Who knows? One of the fan favorites by far, of course, we have Miss Universe Cote d'Ivoire. I mean, Olivia has been the talk of the town since she announced that she was joining Miss Universe, and she has not missed, not once, when it comes to her styling, presentation on social media. Everything from A to Z has been spot on. Of course, this particular ceremony, which is so important, first introduction officially to the audience, was very important. And I'm happy to see that she did not disappoint with the styling. She looks so regal, so incredible. She gave us a little bit of performance with that beautiful turn and just carrying that queenly aura that is so characteristic of hers. Let's talk about Miss Universe Cuba. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I have to work on a full TikTok about her, like a full video just about her, because I have so many things to say about Lina. I think that she has improved exponentially in so many different areas, and she has been putting Cuba really, really up there. I love this styling. Again, takes me back to the Trump era of Miss Universe. It's so elegant, it's so queenly, it's so pageant. And for a girl that so many people were criticizing like a couple of weeks ago, I think that she's doing such a remarkable job. I couldn't be prouder of Lina. Let us continue now with Miss Universe Ecuador, who decided to give us a little bit of a throwback moment with a Diana Mendoza inspired look, and she looks incredible. I mean, from head to toe, as always, Ecuador has never missed, and this was, of course, not going to be the exception. I like that they took inspiration from one of Miss Universe's iconic beauty queens, but also, it's still very much Nadia. It's still very much her styling, her makeup, her performance, her charisma, all of those things I think that come across very clearly on stage. And it is no secret to anyone that she is also considered to be a front runner in this competition. So let us see where she's gonna take it, how it's gonna go. But so far, chef's kiss. Miss Universe India, of course, she will never disappoint. Manika Vishwakarma. We talked about her extensively here on the channel. So if you've been a fan, you've been around, you know how much we love this girl here on the channel. The styling is just perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. From this dress to the walk, to the hair, to the makeup, I couldn't be happier. As I said, I think that Manika has the potential to make it as far as top 5, honestly. If politics don't get involved in the way and all of those external factors, that are outside of her control wouldn't matter, I think that Manika has the potential to go so far in the competition. I'm so happy with her evolution ever since she was crowned. She has really put in the work alongside her team. They have worked tirelessly for this campaign for Miss Universe, and I'm so happy, so glad to see it paying off. Keep it up, Manika. You're doing incredible. Miss Universe Indonesia was another very pleasing surprise in this batch. And oh my God, what's up with Indonesia in this year's edition of in this pageant season? They have been sending super strong delegates to international pageants. Miss Universe is not the exception. I really love the fact that she went with something super, super elegant, super regal, but also super traditional. I didn't see a lot of the girls doing traditional for this ceremony, which normally some of them will do. So I think that this really helped Indonesia to stand out for all of the right reasons, to put herself out there, and of course, to capture our attention, put our eyeballs on her. Very good. I talked about Miss Universe Laos in my most recent video about the dark horses, and I'm very happy to see some of the girls that I've been hyping up and telling you guys that you should keep an eye on really delivering and bringing the goods when it comes to this special events. I think honestly the styling here is borderline a little bit grand, but she does look incredible. The craftsmanship on this dress, just the creativity and the execution is perfect. And I think she looks probably the best that I've seen her so far. So for me, this is a home run. Since the beginning of the competition, a lot of European queens have started to really grow on me, and Malta is one of those girls that has captured my attention in an undeniable way. I think that she is a Miss Universe prototype. Her presence, the way that she carries herself, the walk, the performance, the hair, the styling is so quintessentially Miss Universe here with the sleeves. And I love what they did here with the silver gown and the red contrast with the color of the sleeves. I think she looks great, and yeah, might be one of the strongest European in the European continent batch. So only time will tell. We'll see. When it comes to Miss Universe Mexico, I think that you guys might not realize it, but we might have turned her into a hero in this year's edition of Miss Universe, as now she comes across as such an empowered woman with a very interesting story to tell. When you combine all of those things with the impeccable styling that she brought here, a fairly simple, beautiful blue dress, but that contrasts so, so nicely with her skin, with her hairstyle, and with the incredible makeup that she wore that night, I think I wouldn't be surprised if I see Mexico making it to the top 5. So you guys, please keep an eye on her because this is an ever-evolving story. Miss Universe Latina has been the target of a lot of different criticism, especially for those who do not agree that Latina should be a country representing at Miss Universe. But I am going to say, and I have to be honest, her look is by far one of my favorite looks of the night, if almost not my favorite look of the night. She looks so good. And although this type of styling is not so unique anymore, I mean, we literally just saw Miss Malta wearing something very similar, just in a different color. I love her presence, her physique, her facial features, the hairstyle, fashion, everything is so Miss Universe, is so Miss Universe. And when you forget the whole controversy about Miss Universe Latina, this and that, just Jamilex herself as a beauty queen has so much to offer that honestly, when I look at her in this particular moment, I see a Miss Universe. I will definitely say that from the group of the Latinas, Miss Universe Nicaragua has been one of the biggest surprises for me. You know, Nicaragua won Miss Universe a couple of years ago, and I feel like ever since they have really stepped up their game in terms of how they prepare the queens and how they present them. This year's representative is definitely the embodiment of that. I think that although the gown was rather on the simple side and it wasn't the grandest thing that we've seen on the stage of Miss Universe, she really knows how to pull it off, how to present it. She's gorgeous, of course. And to be honest, one of the things that really makes me gravitate so much towards her is just the very positive energy, charisma that I get from her. So I think those are very, very important things, especially in today's day and age of pageantry, where it's not just about the physique and the looks, but where personality and charisma matter just as much. So very good. In good old Nigerian fashion, of course, Onyinyechi came out looking incredible in this very creative, very colorful, very well-crafted evening gown. Honestly, I love to see girls who are not scared to play with colors, with textures, to just get outside of the comfort zone. And I think that this dress suits her so, so well. I am loving the hairstyle here. I am loving her overall walk and the way that she used the time that was allowed to her. One thing that I will mention though is that I hope that in upcoming presentations, she is ready even before it's her time, because in the beginning they caught her looking a little bit distracted or something. So you really have to pay attention to those tiny details so that they never caught you off guard. Okay, so Oninechi has so much potential to offer. She's one of the strongest delegates in the African region, so bring it up, girl. this look was a home run for me. Miss Universe Palestine also came out looking incredible, as all of the girls on this list, of course, but I personally really love the color of the dress that she selected for this event. I really love the attention to detail when it comes to the construction of the dress, the design of it, and also just like all of the different elements that were incorporated into this particular outfit. I think that it just makes it so intricate, so interesting to look at, and honestly, also it highlights her under the most positive light, in my opinion. This is one of the best looks that I've seen of her in this edition by far, so I cannot wait to see how Nadine is going to continue improving and surprising us every single time. I am so happy and so excited that I get to talk about Atiza Manalo from the Philippines, because this look is everything to me, you know? We've been talking about Atisa's styling for the longest time, but I am so pleased and so happy that since day one that she arrived at Miss Universe, Atisa and her team have never missed when it comes to the styling. Every single one look after the other, has been more polished than the previous one, and this one is no exception. It also is giving me those flashbacks, it's taking me back, as I mentioned earlier, to the Trump era, where it was sometimes about simplicity and just highlighting the contestant. You know, in this particular look, I think that they really wanted to go for something subtle, feminine, very delicate, and they definitely achieved it, because the highlight here is Atiza herself. Look at the face guard, even the jewelry and the accessories, they kept it pretty minimalistic, and I think that it honestly plays in her favor so much. So I don't know about you guys, how do you feel about the different looks that she has been presenting this far? Please do let me know in the comment section. As I know, as I mentioned, this is a topic that we've been talking about actively. But I think that if Atiz and her team continue down this road, down this path, for sure, we're going in the right direction. There's a potential top 5 here. The moment that the camera focused on Miss Universe Portugal, she took my breath away. I was so impressed with this woman, her facial beauty, her facial structure, hairstyle, makeup, everything is a home run. To be honest with you guys, I really like the dress from the waist up. I don't like so much what's going on at the bottom. I think that the slit is a little bit too much. It's a little bit too wide, too big for me. But I did enjoy her performance. I did enjoy her, styling, as I said, hairstyle, makeup, and all of those things. And the beauty, that you cannot deny. You cannot take away from her. So I'll give her a pass for the lower part of the dress. Next year, Miss Universe Puerto Rico will be our host delegate. And of course, she needs to leave her country's name really up there at Miss Universe. And I'm happy to see that she did not miss with this particular look. This is very pageant. It's a type of design that we've seen in different pageant stages. Not necessarily this type, but this style of designing, Regardless, I think that it also embodies, the type of beauty, the type of fabric, the type of, garments that we usually get on beauty queens from Puerto Rico. And I think that she is doing such an incredible job representing her country and leaving them very high at Miss Universe. So for me, one of the best looks by far. Miss Universe South Africa might have been a little bit late to the game, but do not fool around. This girl is here to conquer. I love this styling from head to toe. First of all, the hair. We have to talk about it. The hair is the moment. And you know what? I really love that Melissa knows what is flattering for her body. I love the silhouette that they constructed here with the dress, how it's a little bit see-through towards the bottom, and then it's so like constructed and so like fashion forward in the upper part of the dress. I like that they kept the makeup pretty minimalistic, almost like a no makeup look. And the confidence, baby, the confidence you cannot take away. I mean, come on, she's a Miss South Africa after all. Let's go. Of course, we have talked about Miss Universe Trinidad and Tobago before here on the channel, and I've seen some of her photos before, and I was very on board for her. But after seeing her presentation here, guys, I think that we have been a little like underestimating her. This girl is a Miss Universe prototype, like physically, facially, the walk, the dress, everything. I mean, this dress was ready for Miss Earth last night with the silver lining theme, She was ready to rock it. She would have probably been crowned. And why not carry that same energy into Miss Universe? Look at her. I'm amazed. Miss Turks and Caicos is another queen that really did it for me with this gorgeous styling that feels like so regal, so elegant, so dignified. I love that in pageantry, we can see like the sexy gowns and revealing sometimes, but I also love outfits like this one that are so dignified. So it gives it like ambassador diplomat vibes, right? We've also talked about her. We know that she has potential, and I'm happy to see that she is carrying that energy that she is channeling on stage. So she is maintaining indeed her momentum. Although Miss USA was crowned just a couple of days ago, she is not letting anyone take her momentum, coming out with a gorgeous gown that I really think is super flattering for her. I loved how she played with the fabric and she was so at ease during her moment. Again, I have to give her props because I think that considering the little amount of time that she had to prepare, she is definitely doing the most with the spotlight right now. She's giving me those like quintessential vibes of a Miss USA. Empowered, in control, confident, beautiful, and yes, very fashionable indeed. Miss Venezuela will never disappoint when it comes to the looks, and Stephanie is not letting anyone take the spotlight from her. This look is incredible. I think that red contrasts so well with her skin. I don't know, I'm not so sure like what the material is it that they use for the fabric. It almost looks like latex. I'm pretty sure it's not, but it looks like it. So it was giving me a little bit of like Britney Spears, oops, I did it again type of moment. I also really enjoy what they did here with the makeup. They kept it super light, but using certain shades and certain tones that really highlighted, again, her natural beauty, contrasted with the dress, even blended super well with the lips. And I also really love what they did here with the hair. Keeping it up, just keeping it up and making sure that it's all together, adding a little bit of waves. So classy, so beautiful, so feminine. And it is no secret to anyone that Miss Venezuela this year has been one of the front runners. She is another one of the girls who has been maintaining her momentum. So give me more of this. I want it. And of course, I needed to have in this video one of the emerging countries in pageantry, Miss Universe Zambia. Kunda, who came out looking incredible. From the energy, the way that she carried herself, her very sincere, honest smile, I think that Kunda looked like $1 million. I love the dress, love the design, and love the performance. She used her moment wisely to present herself under the best possible light, giving us performance and showing that she is at ease on stage. She is not scared to present herself and take space, which honestly is going to be so important. Remember, there's over 120 delegates in this year's edition of Miss Universe, so every chance that you get to just put yourself out there, you best believe you should take it. Kunda is not taking anything for granted, and I think that if she continues down this path, down this road, she will most definitely obtain placement for Zambia, and hopefully she can make it far within the competition. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely rooting for her. Alright guys, so those were officially my top 30 standouts of this year's edition of Miss Universe 2025, the Universe ceremony. As I said, I'm just happy because we haven't been able to talk about the girls so much this edition considering all the drama and all the things going around. But finally, we got to just put the spotlight on her and highlight the incredible, work that they have been doing and all of the things that they prepared for us pageant fans. Now, it's your turn to let me know who are your standouts. Did I miss someone? Do you want to comment on any of the girls that I did highlight on this list? By all means, let me know down below. I'll be reading you. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. There will be new uploads on the channel almost every single day. So stay tuned for that. I will see you on the next one.